Sounds nice.
What's up?
Brandon, would you like to open up with a question?
He's there.
I thought we were waiting on Paul.
Oh, no, Paul's just being Paul.
Start that off today's hitting went.
Well, today we'll have the first practice that we get to hit. And it went pretty good. I mean, offense had a great day. I mean, defense, we made some plays, but we still, you know what I'm saying, we got a long way to go still. But I feel like offense had a great day, and they made some big plays.
What kind of big plays they made?
Well, they had a lot of big run game plays, and I mean, you take a run and they can go for a long way. So I feel like offense is getting really good, and I think they come along really great.
Is that encouraging to the defense? Because I mean, as much as y'all want to stop guys, you like having a team that can score for you.
Yeah, it was encouraging a lot. I mean, I was out there sometime while they was scoring, but I just feel like, as far as being on defensive wise, it just feel good that being on this team and knowing that we got an offense that can make those long drives like that.
So, Coach Collins is saying, end of last year felt like you had one of the better second halves of the season in the SEC. Is there anything that sort of just started working for you, that something clicked, or?
It just was a development. I mean, being last season, the end of last season, the first part of the season I was playing well. Then for the middle part of the season, I changed up. I went to Sam. I mean, it just was development. That's all. It just was a growing process, and I just being better with my game, learning the plays and really understanding the defense. Once you understand the defense, it's more easy for you, to play. You're more relaxed and you can play a lot faster.
You like being able to cover all that space there at Sam? Is it kind of suits you a little bit better?
I like it. I mean, it really don't matter what, but it feels good, when you're out there, knowing that, the receivers, they don't really want to block you. It feels good. It give you an edge over this, just knowing that the receivers, they don't want to block you. You got advantage in some type of way.
Remind me, I can go back, but you might be able to save me some time here. When did you move over to Sam last year? What week? You start really getting a lot of playing time there.
I think it was week 3. That's what I want to say. I think it was week 3.
So the Alabama-Arkansas game, I was talking to Kyle earlier, it's really your two best back-to-back games. What was it? Those two opponents? Was it the opponents?
The opponents always have an effect in the game, but most of the time you want to play your best no matter who you playing. But it just was being SEC games. You want to play your best. So I just felt like I knew I had to do my job. I just felt like it was the time that the team that it really needed me at that position. So it's always good that I got to play my best and do what I got to do my responsibility.
You always hear in recruiting guys say, a lot of them say, I want to play close to home. It's a big factor with me. You're actually being able to do that. What's it like to be able to not steal before from home?
Well, first you got to try to get everybody to the game, because everybody calling you trying to get to the game, trying to get a ticket. But being close to home is real good. My family, they're only like 30 minutes away. I can get my grandma here. She was a big fan. She loves it. She loves coming to every game. She try to make every game she can. So it feels good playing at home, knowing you're going to have your family members there at every game supporting you. And it's just a feeling that you have. It just helps you when you're out there on the field, knowing you got your family in the stands watching.
What was that conversation like when Coach Collins or who was it came up to you to say, hey, maybe you should play more Sam? And what was your first reaction?
My first reaction was, I gotta go play Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't think too much of it. I mean, I know it wasn't a big transaction because no matter what it is, if Coach asked me to do something, I'm gonna do it. So I really wasn't that much shocked or anything. I just was ready for it. I just ready for the work.
Still like putting your hand in the dirt? Someone's packages, rush the quarterback?
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, some things it's all about being a team player. I mean, if Coach asks me to do something, he does it.
Having covered you a lot in high school, it seemed like your roles kind of reversed. I mean, you played more defensive end in high school. You played a little bit of linebacker in here. You're playing a lot of linebacker and a little bit of defensive end. What kind of role, I mean, how comfortable, which role do you kind of feel more comfortable at?
Well, my primary position is linebacker, so I feel more comfortable at linebacker. But when I go defensive end, it just remind me of my high school days. I mean, I played that in high school, so it just remind me of what I used to do in high school. I mean, the techniques, all of them, you know, they're different from high school into college. You know, coach is gonna coach you differently. But once I get coaching each thing, I just learn the role of just playing that position and doing what I got to do to help the team.
Last year, y'all tried a lot first half season play with smaller linebackers, speed, things like that. Then you shifted to strength and size towards the end. Now this year, you're going in, they got you, and then a kid like McKinney, you look over there, and that's a big linebacker right there.
Yeah. From last year's size, from this year's size. I mean, we all got good size on us to be linebackers. But looking at McKinney, you know, he's a tall guy. So just looking at him, I mean, I just trust in him. I know he got the size. I know he got the ability to do his job.
How's he learning?
McKinney learning pretty fast. He learned pretty fast. I mean, once you tell him something, like he might mess up on one play, but one coach talk to him and tell him what to do, he can come back the next play and correct it.
What was it like having Cam there? Just, you know, I mean, if y'all don't understand something, Coach Willis, Coach Collins says, I mean, y'all kind of slip over to him and whisper at him. And, you know,
having Cam there is a great thing because he's a senior of the group. He really the leader of the group. And whenever we need something to depend on something, like if we need a big play, we can lean over to Cam and he can step up and make that play. Step up and make a call or whatever we got to do for the defense.
Can he really see the play that's going to be called before it's out that the offense sets it up? Do you really know?
I don't know what type of what he got going on. Now, I just saw some times that he can call something and then it happened, but I don't know can he do it or really not. But I've seen it happen before.
Everyone's going to say you're crazy. That can't be what it's going to play, and then that's what it turns out to be.
Yeah, but
Any other questions? Cool.